Good morning, everybody. It's Catherine Cook here, leading business advisor and founder of The Engine. And today I'm so excited to have two of my clients on the show. They'll probably want to know who's the favourite. We won't go there today. But we have got Lesley Dobson, who is an occupational therapist and owner of It's Organic Darling and Pacific Organic Distribution, and Kelly Young, mindset and physical wellness coach and co-owner of 9 Round Fitness Albany. Hello, ladies.
Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, we won't try and figure out who's the fitness coach. She's turned up looking like the fitness coach. Look, right now, businesses and people are severely impacted by this lockdown, and I'm seeing more and more fatigue and a definite surge depletion by business owners. And if I could talk about myself, because I like to talk about myself, I always talk about other people, but talk about myself this week or today is, I've really been suffering with really serious neck pain. And I was talking to Lesley about it early last week. And it's just been, obviously sitting here sedentary and doing more sitting than walking. And so excited to get a care package, Lesley. You are amazing. So I've got, just for the viewers, I'm actually going to try and lift this up, but a care package of a whole bunch of goodies. Whoops, one fella.
Oh, you're just throwing them at us. That's how excited you are.
Yeah, here, catch.
Throw it away.
But
Oh, wow.
really personalised, isn't that cool? And Lesley, I love how you put these little hearts.
Go down.
Go down.
Oh, that's
little
it.
hearts. Yeah.
Oh.
But seriously, I've been using this product. It's called William, and I'm really fussy about what I put in my body because not only am I anaphylaxis, but I seem to, as I get older, be allergic to just about everything. Shopping bags, which is probably a good thing because it means that Peter knows I'm not going to be shopping that much. So, I'm just allergic to everything. But honestly, Lesley, that was just so beautiful. And so let's kick off with you, Lesley. Corolium. I've got Q Rub, I've got Q Gel, and I've got Q Friction. So what is Corolium?
Well, where do we start? Well, I think you covered off probably 3 things there, Catherine, in that little spiel that you did. I think it was you started off having your sore neck, which, just talking to quite a few friends and colleagues over the last few months, obviously being in lockdown, that it's been longer this time and we are, spending so much more time at our computer. You said my background as an occupational therapist, so I should know better, but it's sort of like the mechanic with the car, so I haven't sat at my computer for so long, this time around. So I work from a laptop, which I think probably most of us do, and going, oh, okay, the old neck. So it's a very simple solution to try and just even fix that immediate problem. There is just, we all, I'm so surprised at the amount of Zooms, and you watch the news every night and people are still looking down at their computer, they're still looking down at the phone going, gosh, haven't we learned, from that? So it's just so simple. Stick your computer up on a box and helps not to have the chin in the in the video, but it just brings your neck up and your posture improves, hugely.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm glad that you mentioned a box because I went looking for a box and the only box I could find is I organised for my husband for his birthday this year a suggestion delivery. And so we've got a whole lot of these boxes backing up and so I was like, perfect box because it's just right at the height level.
Yes, it's good to look at the top third of your screen. Makes such a big difference. And
absolutely.
then just even having a separate keyboard, of course, that you need, of course, your iPads, your keyboard's high. So, yeah, I mean, you can get one for $20 from JB Hi-Fi. So it's a very easy, quick fix.
Is this a paid promotion with JB?
You get royalties, eh?
Oh, look, absolutely. But If I could just talk about the product though, I mean, when I put this product on, like, I guess for me, and, you know, I've travelled extensively, and, you know, I used to be a really big fan of Tiger Balm until I actually went everywhere smelling like Tiger Balm, and I guess the thing for me is this is actually almost no smell. Like, it just doesn't cause me any issues, and it's almost instant reaction. And I tried to get my children onto this about a year ago, and they're like, nope, 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 nope. And I'm missing my Coalium.
Yeah, I think it's not people until people try it. I think it's really interesting because I think when people think that it's strong smelling, like the Tiger Balm, for example, they feel that it's going to be more effective.
Yeah.
And they relate the strong smell, which is, you know, quite the opposite. And I know my husband Murray uses it, and, you know, going into work, he doesn't want to smell. No disrespect, like a gym, no disrespect, Kelly, but you know, he wants he doesn't want to say, oh, okay, I've got a sore shoulder, you know, but so that you know, it's easily absorbed. And yeah, I think the point of difference for this product is that it's New Zealand made, it's natural, it's organic. You know what's in it, but it is really effective. So it's great for the sore necks. But we found it's been one of our top sellers during lockdown because we've had the DIYers that have, you know, injured their back. We've had you know, people that can't go to the physio, can't go to the usual massage therapist, and so the Q Rub particularly is great for that. It's a warming product, helps your circulation, assists pain. And then the Q Gel is same but different. It's really a good pain relief as well, but it's really cooling. So it's got an aloe vera base, but it's got clove in it, which is really anti-inflammatory. So I know
I actually ended up using that Q Gel on a little bit of sunburn from Saturday. So
yeah, no,
it's amazing.
It's I know my brother-in-law tweaked his ankle at the golf course the other day, and honestly put the gel on it, and overnight it went down, and we couldn't actually get a shoe on. So it really does make a difference, but it's great for arthritic joints, so great for warm joints. It's great for kids with growing pains. You know, it's really one of those sort of really, you know, bathroom cabinet essentials.
Yeah, well, look, my containers have gone missing, and I can tell you, I know where they are. They're situated with 2 adult children, certainly not living here. So whilst I'm in, thankfully I've got my care package, but I've also used it with my mum. Kelly, I'm going to cross over to you. Obviously, you know, this lockdown, it's having a big impact on people like you in business. You can't open up your club, and you've got to still keep your community motivated. Like, you know, the reason people come to your club is not necessarily just to lose weight and to get but they come for the community. And you know, you yourself, you know, you're a mum with young kids, you know, you've got a business and trying to look after yourself. But, you know, what I want the viewers to really know is just how proud I am of both of you, and you, Kelly, getting up and really pivoting your business and taking it out into other areas. And so I want you to be able to tell the viewers why this lockdown has been a lot better than the last lockdown, just through your mindset, really.
Yes. So last, I guess in a way, last lockdown, I just kind of like went balls to the wall. I just went straight into adrenaline mode. I felt like there was no real mindfulness about what I was doing. I was just in, and it was our 3rd year in business. So it was kind of like I had set up these expectations to be a certain place in business, and then this unforeseen challenge was put before everyone, and that sort of expectation of where I wanted my business had changed drastically. And I guess in a way my mindset wasn't prepared for what the outcome was happening, and I kind of went into damage control mode and just went straight in there, fixing, trying to create and pivoting things and keep everyone engaged. And in that process I was not spending any time on my own mindfulness and for me to mentally and physically catch up in a positive way. Instead, I was just, my central nervous system was just in damage control. And it was over a long period of time, because we were in lockdown for that first one for quite a long period of time, and even afterwards. Because what people got to realize is, in lockdown, it's kind of like we're in a holding phase in lockdown where everything kind of sits and it's just simmering. It's when we open up our businesses again that everything kind of goes back to normal, but you've still got months, weeks, however long of damage done to your business. You to recover. Yeah. And so at the moment, I say businesses are in survival mode, and then they're going to recover and rejuvenate afterwards. So it's a long period for businesses. It's not just lockdown. It goes for weeks, months, and everything afterwards. And so once we got open, once again, without having much break through the lockdown, business owners are then all of a sudden back into, okay, now we've got to recover. We've got to recover our business. So they're working long hours, working overtime. You have no breaks. If you've got children at home, it does not stop. And so if you haven't got a good mindset practice or a positive mindset practice going, as well as your physical health, over time, and this was interesting, Lesley, you sort of talked about posture and how people sit and at their desks and everything. When you're young, you don't think about posture because you don't have any aches and pains. You're young, your body can recover. It's got young tendons, young ligaments, young muscles, everything like that. But it's not what you do over a short time. It's what you do over a long period of time that damages yourself daily. So with having that computer down and looking down, you may not feel it for the first few years because you can sort of bounce back and stretch out as a kid and go for a run and, don't even have to stretch. But years later, doing it long enough and doing those actions that don't serve your physical health and your mental health, it is what is done daily over a period of time that is damaging. And that's what happened for me in the first lockdown, was I just did not have the right mindset practice as well as the physical practice. The physical practice was there, but it wasn't balanced up with the mindset practice, and they go hand in hand. And so after that lockdown, I kind of really hit the wall. I had to step back from my business to take some time out. I'm very lucky. I've got an amazing, amazing man, and he stepped in and ran it. And I needed that time out to back away. And with our business, we give a lot. In the fitness health industry, you're predominantly in the business because you want to help people and you are a natural helper. You go,
people gravitate towards you, don't they? I mean, at the end of the day, they're not just going to go anywhere. They're going to go where they see that positivity. So
you want to give it. So this time around, it's been much different. I've put that mindful practice with my physical practice, and it is a world different. Like, I can actually sit here, and yes, we've got challenges with financial stuff, and yes, we've got challenges with business, and we've got the kids at home, and it's challenging. I could sit here all day and really say, oh, my life is so challenging. But instead, I've got such a different outlook that I'm so thankful that we are healthy, that we are happy, that we've got a roof over our head, that we can go out and spend time with the kids. I'm looking at all the positives, and I actually feel grateful.
And look, I was talking to someone just before I came on here with you guys, just about how easy it is to gravitate towards negativity, but you have to start with you first. You have to own your behaviour, or your change has to happen with you. And if you don't accept that, then all the other things that keep coming at you is only reactions of what you've actually already created. Lesley, obviously right now we're talking about, lots of people with fatigue and that whole surge depletion. And I mean, your clients that you've built up with It's Organic Darling, they've already been in that sort of healthy mindset for quite some time with purchasing really good products from you. You do have quite a vast range. But I'm sure, and knowing you as well as I do, I'm sure there's a lot of phone conversations that they're also having with you where, they pick up the phone and you're more than just a supplier of goods to them. You become their personal friend. What are the type of conversations that you're having with people, and the impact that you're, or well, not the impact, but just more so, how are you helping them through this situation?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's even from that first the package that you showed, Catherine. We've done it for a couple of years now, where we've put the little hearts in the box and we've put some little oil on. So when you open up your package, it's feels like a treat, even though you might just be buying something sort of some soap or a bit of chocolate or something. But so I think we put the care and love into the little package, and it's this lockdown, honestly, about every day I get either a little text or an email to say, oh my goodness, thank you so much. That was such a surprise. Or especially with the new customers, or going, actually, this is so nice to get this. And it's just a very little thought, but it obviously does go a long way. And
it's the little details. People need care in their world at the moment. There's a lot of people that are actually very alone, and even if they've got a house full of a lot of people, they're still feeling very alone because they're used to having that daily contact, and not with the people in their own home. They're used to having longer contacts with other people. So,
yes, we have a lot of conversations with people just going, can you send my mum this, or can you send my friend this, or I'm worried about her, she's been on her own for a while, probably needs a little bit of a cheer up, or we'll send a little gift voucher or what. But we do try and we listen to them, see what they're after, and just a little something can make a huge difference. It's a thought, I think, that somebody has thought about them. That goes a long way.
And I love how your previous career being an occupational therapist has actually provided value in what you're doing, because you actually come from a place of understanding what people are going through and how their bodies are behaving. So it's not just, I'm not saying you're just another retailer, because you're not even a retailer, you're also a retailer and a wholesaler, amongst other things. But the reality is that I know when I'm talking to you, or when your clients are talking to you, they know they're talking with someone who actually gets it. It's really, really important.
Yeah,
Trust.
Prior to my online business, I had a private practice where we offered occupational therapy services, which we did a lot of work with ACC or with corporates where we're sort of at the end of the chain. So somebody had already had their accident, or they had the occupational overuse syndrome from, incorrect posture and working too hard and that sort of thing. So I think
the transition back to work.
Yeah, I think this way I'm plugging in my computer because I'm about to lose you.
Oh, that would be not so good.
I think with the business, I think it's just looking at trying to preempt some of those things. I think the Keolian products was the first product that sort of started that journey. So trying to actually, put the rub on before you go to the gym, try and pre-warm your muscles, try and be sort of conscious of what your body is doing, and so that sort of started the journey going, perhaps, and it's a helping thing, can we put something on our body that's sort of natural, organic, that will make a difference. And to begin with, I was I'd sort of chase people in the car park that were sort of limping, going, I've got something that can help you. And so yes, I think sort of natural, like Kelly, you want to be able to help somebody, you want to be able to give back. And the hearts probably started off because I would sort of know somebody and I'd go, I know they really love this, or I know they really love that, and I'll just put that little freebie in. So probably not so good for business, as probably Catherine would say, giving away all my profits.
I'm not here. If I could just come over to you, Kelly. You talked about having a different mindset to this lockdown, and what I really like is with that different mindset, you've said to yourself, what does my community need? You've really taken on board the communication. Like last lockdown, we talked about how important it was to communicate with people. Do you want to tell other people out there what you've done? You can't go into the club, but it hasn't limited you from working with your community. So what are you doing right now?
Well, straight from day dot, we opened up for online. So we've kind of been there before. So that was our first sort of mission. So we rolled out a timetable that covers every day of the week, at least 2 trainings a day. Sometimes we have 3 to 4. So we've got our 9-round trainings, which are nice, quick, easy, well, semi-easy. It's all for all fitness levels. But that's 30 minutes a day. That's all we need to take out of your time. And we offer those 2 times a day throughout the week. And then we've also got a strength class. It's a lot more slow, working on body weighted. So people sort of go, can you do strength at home without equipment? And yes, you can. You're not going to come out like Arnold Schwarzenegger or any of that, you know, but it's about strength. I always talk about strengthening the mind and the body. So we work a lot on mindful training. Then we do a meditation evening. So we teach you guys how to do a really good sleep routine through some sleep stretches and then meditation. And that's becoming something that people are talking more and more about.
Hey, Tariana, how are you?
They pop up all the time. And then we have, she's after mandarins, always something, food or schoolwork or kindy stuff. There you go, girl. Go give in to your brothers too. Take that, please. And then we have stretch and yoga class on a Sunday. So that's sort of our online options that we offer. And we offer it to everyone, not just members. It's open for all. So we've really grown our community over the time, which has been really lovely because we're now getting friends of friends and family of our community. And we are a real family-based community where we get to know everyone by name, and we know a lot about our clients. And then now, since we're able to do the social distance training outside, we've got a full timetable for outside now. And to see the difference, it's been great to have this opportunity. And once again, I've seen this as an opportunity. People can sort of go, oh, I'm not in the club yet, but we've really harnessed the positive side of our mindsets and seeing this as an opportunity, because now we can actually train with our members and see them. They're not just looking at me, they're looking at my trainers as well. So they're seeing the guys and they love them. They're seeing each other, and just the lift in mindset, a lift in mental health has honestly, we can see it. Like you can fully see it in people's faces and their body, everything. And right now, I say to people, yes, physical health is important, but right now for Aucklanders, mental health is the focus. And if you can it's really easy to say, just get outside and go for a walk. But when you're really feeling down, it's just so hard. So we really say we open our classes without judgment.
Yeah.
Kelly, I feel better just looking at your classes, just watching them.
Yeah, a lot of
people. Lesley, we want to reach you. We want to get you to a level of participation, not just.
I just feel more positive just watching them anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and look, what I love as your business is I'm obviously in your community, which is, you know, your closed page. Like you've got your 9 round, which is everyone, and then you do have a closed community, and you know the love in there is so real. Like people are always saying, Kelly, Dave, what can we do to help? You know, they're not going. They just want to give because you've been giving to them, and that just fills my cup, my bucket, whatever it is. It just makes me feel. It makes me feel like, you know, I'm part of something, because even as a business advisor, I'm in and out of a lot of businesses, and that sometimes can be quite lonely as well. Even though I'm amongst a lot of businesses, it's not one business, you know, and you kind of keep moving. It can be quite lonely. So with what you do, I find it absolutely amazing, and I'm grateful for the opportunity of being your business advisor, so I can be part of your community, because that fills my bucket as well. So speaking about being a business advisor, we were just talking before we came on about homework, ladies, oh, here we go.
I think I can run. I'm just going to run.
The eye roll.
Yeah, well, you anymore.
Leslie's already been talking about that, and she said she needed to get some faster running shoes. So that just came out to me this morning. But
okay, Lesley,
is that to run away from her?
oh gosh, if you want to put people off me, you guys are doing a really good job. But what obviously we work well together, and that when you do turn out, we do have a laugh, but it is about getting on with the business. So I mean, obviously, I see myself as fueling you guys. I'm fueling you to where you need to be. So Kelly, you're a health coach in your own right. Why do you need somebody like me?
Oh, like, as a coach, I believe everyone needs coaches. And I sit there and I go, like, how can I advocate people to want a personal training coach or a mindset coach or a health and wellness coach when I'm not investing in myself as well? And you don't know everything. You never know everything. And so there's always someone that can help assist you in areas that you need growth in. And I need to focus my energy on what I do. And so all the little bits and pieces that make the business tick and behind the scenes and everything like that, to be honest, it's not really 100% my jam. I love business. I love the creation side of it. I love putting the ideas together and allowing them to turn into reality and everything like that. I love the management and the leadership style, but like all the sort of HR, the admin, everything is not my flow. And if I tried to do everything, and I have tried to do everything in the past, I don't get shit done, just plain and simple. And so having you, Catherine, me and Dave, honestly say that we would not be here through the first lockdown if we didn't have you, because we were so lost in this challenge. We were so blind to what could we get help with, what did we need to put in place to secure ourselves financially, to secure ourselves with our landlords and all those things. We needed that assistance and that guidance. And that was an area that we just didn't have strength in. And so we sought after a coach to help us in an area that we needed help with.
Yeah, look, I love what you're saying about investing in yourself. I had a couple of other clients on here, Charles and Daryl, Charles from Colonial Hot Tubs and Daryl from Landsmith, and they both said, look, we see this as being an investment in our business. We don't see it as being dollars, it's an investment in our business because it's giving us other sort of, other areas that we hadn't considered, and it's opening up doors of opportunity. And Lesley, look, when you and I met, it was a very challenging time for you. You'd just taken on a brand. You had in New Zealand who was, about to take a good chunk of that brand. Then COVID happened, and everything just got put on hold. And so, for you, it was a really, kind of really concerning time for you. What do I do? I'm all the stock. And you knew that you probably couldn't shift some of it, but the reality is that through talking through different opportunities, you're still here, you're still smiling.
Yes, I think I'm fortunate in that I do have the two streams that makes a difference. But I think you put your faith in other businesses, and you want to grow together. But as I said, COVID hit, and I don't really like that word pivot, but we've had to do it, haven't we? We had to look at different ways of doing things. Like what Kelly said. I was just going to go just ditto what Kelly said, all of that. But I think it's when you got your own business, it's easy to sort of go down the rabbit hole. It's looking at the big picture and what's needed to be done. And I say I'm not like a moth to a light, maybe a butterfly to a flower, but I'm always going, oh, what about this? And oh, what about that? And oh, I like this. But I think it's having somebody to have a look at the overall business, because you can get bogged down, and having some clear direction. And I think that's everybody. So no matter what you need, there's always somebody that you can direct us to. You're amazing.
And look, it's knowing when to harness your thinking and when to actually, sort of take what you've harnessed and let it go.
Yeah.
And so, I absolutely love working with both of you, and I feel very humbled to, take our relationship to another level. Like, for those of you who are watching this, we do a quarterly break with a whole bunch of business owners, and we've been going to Waiheke. These ladies have come and let their hair down and had a bit of a laugh, but, stepping outside your business and not doing business but meeting other people is actually really important. You're actually in the thick of it. It's really hard to see outside of that.
Yeah.
And so I remember when I first mentioned it to both of you, you each had a reason why you couldn't come, and it was always related or something that was happening. But when you did, you went, I'm doing this again. I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
So, and we're talking now really about collaboration between both of you, between your businesses, because you can collaborate. That means each of your community grows even more, the value add. So what's to come, ladies? Like what's happening in your world over the next couple of weeks? We are reliant on the 10 o'clock news that we've all missed. So I'm glad we made this 10 o'clock. So we're dealing with positivity.
Yeah, exactly. We're now just going to get the bullet points of what we do. And honestly, like I said, I'm focusing on the positives, fueling myself with all the goodness around, and sort of knowing where I can make change when I can't make change, and then focusing on the things that I can make change with. But I just want to say, Lesley, I love your products. I love them. I am a user of them. I tend to have sore muscles all the time, and that's because I want sore muscles. Sore muscles help, like after a workout, it helps with growth.
No pain, no gain, Kelly.
It's like a little, what is it? Pleasure and pain kind of mode.
Hold on a minute, it's not that kind of a video.
Oh, hang on. Products sorry. But Lesley, I love your rubs. Like, I'll put them on before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning when I do have muscle soreness or I know I'm going to do a workout, and they are fantastic. And there are ones that, like, there are products out there that you kind of put it on and you sort of think, oh, does it work? Well, I definitely know they do work, because that and then lying on my nice Shakti mat is just absolutely amazing. The next day, no pain, and I'm good as gold, and I can train again just as hard. So that's really good.
You do notice the difference if you don't use them, I reckon.
Oh, 100%. It lingers just longer. The DOM, delayed onset muscle soreness, tends to linger around for a good 2 to 3 days, whereas I whack that on and I'll get sometimes like a day or a half a day of it, and then instantly feels good. So it's really good. I love it. But
was that a testimonial, Kelly?
Oh, there you go.
Right. I'm going to hit you up, Kelly.
Take it. No, it's great. To come with business, are you talking just in general, Catherine?
Yeah. Well, even what's coming ahead for 9 round. You planning on taking this a bit further to other parks or places?
Yeah, well, our outdoor boot camps have been absolutely successful. It's been really great. And as we are heading into summer, of course, depending on what these regulations are coming out and what steps we've got to follow, I reckon that we're just going to continue probably opening up more of these because they've been so popular, and offering it around. If we can get back to work and we can open up, we might even keep the boot camps running as well, because there are people that will possibly still want to train outside over summer. There are people that may just want to train once or twice throughout the week. And then obviously we always find once people, when they come to us, they're really reserved. It's a lack of confidence because they've possibly not been in the gym before, or it's been a long time since they've been in a gym. And hey, we're going to get a lot of people lacking in confidence once they get out of lockdown, because people have been possibly not as active as what they needed to. They've possibly been drinking a little bit too much, eating a little bit too much, feeding the body in ways that they possibly didn't want to. So their confidence level drops. And, you're going to feel a little bit more uncomfortable in the clothes that you're putting on. And we're heading into summer, and possibly people haven't seen you for a wee while. So that confidence level is really important, because that's what feeds the mental health. And so we want to continue operating in this. And some people find it really hard to first step into a gym. So they might find the boot camps as a really good entry level before they come into the gym. And once they meet us and they meet the community and they go, oh my gosh, they're just everyday people that support one another. Because it's not just me that is like this. It's like everyone that comes to our community, because it's infectious.
I'm glad that you said that, Kelly, because when I come into your club, the people just want to talk to me about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And then I get to know their life story, and I'm like, you've never met me, you don't know me. And it's just an amazing feeling, you know. It's just so... I always walk out of your club, even if I've come in and I might have been in a mediation or dispute tribunal, and I come to you as my next client, and I might be sort of carrying some of that with me. I always walk out happy, you know.
It's infectious, and it's negativity over time. There's enough of positivity, that negativity that comes in, we can switch that around, you know.
So what would your top tip be for anyone, Kelly?
My top tip. Okay, so what I'm working on at the moment, and I'm finding it's so beneficial. Like I said, it's really feeding me, because we've unfortunately had we've gone through a bit of hard times where we've lost a few friends at the moment, and we've got some friends that are sick and not doing well, and in this time we're unable to see them. And so it's a moment really where the old me would have crumbled to the ground, would have been angry at the system and everything like that. But what I'm doing is really trying to look for the message that the universe is giving me, the message that the situation is giving me, and seeing the good for it. So what I'm doing at the moment to help with that is around my communication. So when someone comes to me and talks to me about lockdown or COVID or anything like that, so I'm working really hard, and trust me, it is hard. I'm working really hard to change the situation around so that we turn it into a positive. So I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm well, I'm spending time with the kids. They drive me crazy, but they're my kids. They love following me around the house and talking to me about their day, flipping it around. And then I'm trying to recreate some conversation starters. What have you been watching on Netflix? What are some really good podcasts that you've been listening to? Have you gone on any amazing walks anywhere? And trying to move the conversation away from COVID, away from government, away from Jacinda, away from anything that makes people go, And I want it to be a movement around my community that people just know, because they know when they come to boot camps, there's none of that talk. And if you do have that talk, then we find a pain point that you have to deliver on, whether it's 10 burpees, whether it's kick sits, they all hate kick sits, whether it's adding another kilometre onto the run, whether it's putting money into a jar that they then have to give to the person in the family that hasn't talked about those topics for the day, for the week, you know? So it's having a pain point that makes, it's like swearing. If you swear, you get told off, just like this conversation.
But now we can make money. But now we can make money out of it, can't we?
Yeah, exactly. I have a swear jar at the gym. If anyone swears it, you put it in, and I just take the money. Nah.
God, my kids would have made a heap of money back in the day, but they've moved.
But that's my tip. My tip is start speaking positive. Words have meaning.
Yeah, awesome, Kelly. And Lesley, what would your top tip be right now for people out there?
Top tips. I was trying to think about top tips. I think it's probably, we do have a lot of people that come through the website and are buying something for somebody else. Like I actually had somebody yesterday phone me asking about a deodorant for somebody that is pregnant and what would I recommend, you know. So I think it's sort of interesting how we're not as good as buying things for ourselves or treating ourselves, you know. It's you know, we'll spend the $60 at the physio or the, you know, after the event, or the or you know, when we aren't so well, and we'll say, oh, I really should be doing this, that, and the other. You know, my doctor said to, you know, reduce my toxins or do this or do that. Or so it's trying to perhaps think about, you know, looking after myself more, I guess. And it's interesting looking at what has been quite a switch and what has been some of the most popular things that have been purchased over the last couple of months. And it has been things like, I look around because these are things behind me at the moment, but actually this is the most popular thing that people have bought. And I sort of think this is actually a good thing. It's how can I put it in? Where's my, here.
What's that?
There.
That's like a lolly jar.
This is a jar of mung beans.
Wow.
And so people growing their own seeds, you know.
Oh.
So you just get a jar and so that it's I've sold hundreds of them. So which makes me think people are actually willing to grow their own food. We've got, you know, quite a few DIY things on the website. You know, which I think is actually a sort of a good switch. You know, I think it's the some of the oils and things that have gone diffuse have been really popular, and so trying to sort of switch. Maybe we sold more stress, you know, stress less, but it's now going into more the sort of uplift, which I think is like a bit of a positive switch as well. So yeah. Going actually.
Oh, well, I'd
love to try grow my own mung beans. That's cool.
I'll
love that.
I'll send you some.
Check it out.
No more soggy mung beans from
I know
from the
food
shop.
And they go soggy after like a few days.
So I mean, that's it's interesting.
There's definitely another order coming, Lesley, your way with mung beans. Hey, look,
but
ladies.
I just think, you know what I like as well with that as well is the fact that it's really taking you back to the basics and doing things that you know, you may not have the time to go spend in the garden, but to have, you know, growing something like that, like I find with my plants is really therapeutic. But being able to grow like a simple thing that you can put on your salads, you can put in your smoothies, anything like that, and it's healthy for you. I think it's really enhancing that feeling, that good filling. I always say it's filling your bucket.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's also great for the kids to see. Oh, this is a little hard seed, and then look at it grow. You know.
Oh, my kids would really love that.
Yeah.
Look, it shows the children that you know, if you put an effort in, you get a result, and those are we all lived as we were growing up. Look, ladies, I'm going to have to wrap this up because I can see where this is going. I'll be
once we get started, that's it.
I'll be like 4 o'clock. We need to get another type of a drink, not a cup of tea. But look, I just want to wrap this up. I want to say again, thank you to both of you for coming on here. Thank you to both of you for your trust in me as your business advisor. I really do enjoy working with both of you. I'm also going to put you both on notice and say next time I speak to you, hopefully your homework's been done in terms of what you guys are doing together. So
absolutely.
Hey, Kelly, wake up. For those of you who are watching this, the stuff that Lesley sent me, the Coolium stuff that we use, is I said to Lesley, give me a special code. So anyone who wants to order the Coolium product between now and the 30th of November, there's a special code. It's called Engine 20. And if you check out, you'll get 20% off the Coolium. For those of you who are business owners and you're watching this right now, go and invest in your people. Invest in your people. Get them some Coolium or send it to your client. Show them that you care about their well-being. Book them into Kelly's online programs or even her outdoor boot camp. Their contact details are here on the screen. Go well, have a great weekend. I know that we're all still stuck at home for many of us, and it is a lockdown long weekend, but make it a good lockdown long weekend. Invest in yourself, get some good sleep, get exercise, and just connect with people. It's as simple as that. And for those of you who are in business, if you're looking for help, if you've got the roadblock, do reach out to us here at the Engine. You could be eligible for co-funded support up to $5,000. That's what got Lesley and Kelly to me, is Auckland Unlimited supported them with their businesses. So, ladies, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again. And we'll organise another hour catch up soon for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Catherine. Nice
Okay,
to chat with
cheers.
you.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
You too. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.